This is your camera to do this. Oh, it's Christmas time. I tell you, what a time of year. And it is a time of relationships. So this is a good time. We give our kids all kinds of things, stuff and physical things and technical things. But what about the gift of a better life growing up? Kids take some hard knocks, you know, playing soccer, football, swimming, basketball, and we encourage them to do it, be active, and that's a great thing. But the body sometimes gets knocked out of alignment, has issues. We're going to talk with our chiropractic expert this afternoon and get some answers to your questions. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Children growing up
Yes.
have issues. And mama loves them to death and may not know it, huh?
Absolutely. You know, we have a growing healthcare crisis in the United States. But to me, the biggest crisis is we're living longer. Medical industry has done wonderful to get us to age longer. But we're not aging as gracefully as we should. And that
What does that mean? What does that mean?
You know, there's an old saying, your body has a register of every banana peel you ever slip on. Every accident, every injury, every tumble affects the body. And when you don't treat those things from an early age, as we age, those things catch up to us. And we end up aging with arthritis and degeneration and stiffness, and those later on years are worse off because we're not treating those problems at an early onset.
Wow. So what can mom do? Because we want them to play football. That keeps them engaged mentally and socially. We want them to be dancers. So what can mom do?
Well, in general, a spinal checkup every once in a while for a kid who's healthy is a wonderful thing. Realigning that spine, getting it straight, treating it the way it's supposed to be treated will help prevent those injuries from catching up later on in life.
When you see the kids playing football like that, what do you see from a chiropractic point of view?
Every hit, every tumble, it doesn't matter. They all affect kids over time.
Wow.
And it's a amazing thing that these kids are able to play such a hard sport. And they do rebound so much better than we would rebound at our age. But the long-term effect is that when they're knocked out of alignment, it's just like driving your car down the street with a bad wheel alignment. Eventually things start wearing away. And we want to prevent those things from wearing away later on in life.
Wow. How similar is an adult skeleton to a child skeleton?
There are some major differences. Some bones have not solidified yet. Some bones are not even fused. Some of them are still in pieces. And some of those fusions don't take place till well into your later teens.
Wow. So playing football, how does that affect a body that's not totally developed?
Well, every impact is hard. And you know what we're seeing now is these hairline fractures, or what we call spondylolisthesis, which is a fracture in the lower back, that for years we thought were congenital and kids were born with. We're finding out now, research is showing that there's no congenital abnormalities in those, that kids are getting those from sports or from heavy book bags, a repetitive injury or an acute injury. And these are things that can be treated in the youth to prevent lots of problems in their adult life.
Now, it's almost hard, I guess, even for a parent to imagine a child in a chiropractic chair. I think we found some pictures, but you line them up and they become accustomed to it. Huh?
My youngest patient this year was 10 days old.
10 days old?
10 days old.
What did you discover at that age?
You know, the birth process, as some of you may know, is pretty traumatic for both the mother and the child.
Oh, do I not know it, doctor?
So for little ones, you have to understand, it's not a rack and crack and things like that. It's a much gentler adjustment. We are using pinkies and light pressure to help realign the spine. And as they get older, the adjustments, as their bones solidify and become stronger, the adjustments can grow with them. But at the beginning, it's just very light.
And as we saw in that video, the child actually loved it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm ready. You know?
Yeah, some love it, some hate it. My own son absolutely hates getting adjusted, but let me tell you, I know he's in trouble when he comes to me and says, can you adjust me?
Wow.
Yeah.
So again, what are some of the issues that can occur because they weren't adjusted maybe at 10, and now I've played through high school and college, still haven't been adjusted, and I'm feeling the effects? You
know, let's say in an injury, even a mild one, something was knocked a little bit out of place. Most of the time, your body will self-correct. But the few times...
Oh, there are times the body will try to...
Your body is dynamic. It will try to correct things all the time. We're here for those things that your body can't get to, that are so fixated and so locked up that they're causing the nervous system not to respond correctly. And when we realign those things, those misalignments in the long term will hopefully prevent arthritic changes in adult life.
Now, is this part of, some parents are probably thinking, okay, how does this fit in with my medical insurance? How does that usually work?
I wish there was a simple answer to that.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately,
You don't know till you ask,
every
huh?
policy is different,
Uh-huh.
but we really try to make chiropractic for kids as affordable as possible. They still have a spine, they still need to be treated, but every policy is different. So some policies cover everything just like they would an adult, and some policies cover nothing.
Wow. So how do they get in touch with you at Broadwin and Associates?
Well, they could call us up at the office, 706-563-3370. They could talk to me. I deal with a lot of kids and a lot of pregnant moms to be. And we could talk about how, what we could do for them and address their concerns. Sometimes they want just some advice. Sometimes they want to know everything, just everywhere in between.
Well, before you go, do you think that our minds are opening up more, that we need preventive care? Don't wait until my child is suffering, that preventive care is so important. Are we becoming more accepting?
Unfortunately, not enough. Prevention is worth a pound of cure. That's prevention worth a pound of cure. The things that you could prevent now, it's a lot easier to prevent than to fix.
Yeah.
So a little bit of prevention here and there could help things for a whole lifetime.
Wow, good information, because kids are going to be getting bikes. They're going to be getting those scooters for Christmas.
Oh,
they're going to be knocking themselves
Jumping on
around.
trampolines.
And jumping on trampolines, yes. Well, thank you so much for being with us,
Well,
Doctor.
thanks for having me.
Okay. Well, it is the season of giving, and we'll hear from a lot of area groups who need your help. That's just part of it. People, you get things in the mail, you get phone calls. When we come back, we're going to learn more about this group, Feeding the Valley. Who is it? How do they operate? How can you help them?